We do a little gaming. So what is going on, everyone? It's Ty here today, and today I wanted to say kind of sorry for the lack of uploads recently. I know it's been probably about like a week almost, I think now, and yeah, I just didn't have any ideas, and also I've been kind of working on something else that should hopefully be out within a week. I want to say hopefully sometime around then, but I'm back for now. I don't know, if you want to see certain things, let me know. I do have a couple ideas that I've kind of brainstormed up, but sometimes the ideas be running low and it takes me a little while to think of a new one. I don't want to just pump out, hey guys, it's me, here's this one item I bought, bye. I want things to be a little fun and a little lengthier. But yeah, so today I have my, like, I guess rarest and expensive Nintendo games. I kind of use some of those terms lightly. These are some of my most expensive games for sure, but not all these are necessarily rare. Rare is a very odd term to specify. Typically, rarity does equal price, though, but not every case. And most of the stuff here, I try to pick like $100 and up. Some of it isn't, but my collection majority wise is Nintendo, and the thing is, like, although I have a video game collection, not most of my stuff isn't that valuable, truth be told. A lot of it's held its value, which is very nice. Holding its value is always a nice thing, but yeah, and I mean, there's no PlayStation or Xbox games here, mainly because there are definitely valuable ones of those two consoles or ecosystems, but frankly, in the more recent generations, not so much, and I don't also play on those a ton. I don't really collect for them. Most of the stuff I get on my Xbox and PlayStation is digitally nowadays anyways. But with that being said, let's hop into some of my games. One is a new game, actually hasn't been on video, and I don't even think I've posted my Discord. Discord link in the description below, by the way. Yeah, so here we go. We got Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness in a red box case. I do only have this disc only. This was given to me by a friend, and I'll show. He was kind enough to give this to me just for free. This game, I did not know, has shot up like a lot. The last time we were talking about, at one point I was almost going to buy it off of him, and then something to talk about later just led into just him giving it to me, which thank you, by the way. This game, I swear, around the time we were talking about this, I swear it was probably at least maybe like 6 months ago, something like that. It was like a $60 game, game only. I don't know what happened. This game is selling for like 100, just loose, which is crazy. 100, 120 I was seeing some sold. I didn't know that. I did not know it could do that. That's frankly pretty crazy. I'm very excited to play this game. I've been wanting to play these GameCube Pokemon games. I feel like pretty much this is a case where a Pokemon game is valuable and is actually a rare game, I would say. Most GameCube stuff is rare. That's kind of why I said like 100 and above, because I have a lot of $70, $80 GameCube games, but we'd be here a long time if we talk about every $70, $80 GameCube, 3DS, whatnot game. So yeah, that's why it's not, not all. That's pretty much the one of the 3 GameCube games I got here. Moving on real quick to the only 3DS stuff I brought, mainly because I didn't get down that Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition sealed for 3DS. I know I like talking about it because I'm really happy about it. If you're new to the channel, you're lucky and you haven't heard me mention it a trillion times. But yeah, that thing I paid about like 300, 400 for. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. But if you don't know about it, it's a version of Fire Emblem Fates. Fire Emblem Fates had 3 versions. This is the game, all 3 games on one cart. One was available digital only unless you had this cart. So this game is going to go to the moon and back. Hopefully actually not back, I mean, but it's going to skyrocket, and it already has. This game, last one sealed like this, is about 1200, sold for about 1200. I will be surprised if by the time the eShop actually closes, if this is not the typical asking price at the bare minimum. If someone wanted to buy it off me right now, I don't have any interest in actually selling it, but you know, my like if I were to, I guess I would say about 1400 is what I would ask for, but I would say 1200 is like the typical starting range where this would go for. I saw one for like 1,000. I don't know. It's, you know, it's really up to whatever someone wants to put it up for, and what someone will buy it for. Next here we got my Yokai Watch collection. Now this is definitely my most expensive 3DS stuff aside from that, and I would value this like just the whole collection together, probably about maybe 1,300 if I did the math real quick. That was just kind of off the dome. We got Red Cat Core, White Dog Squad, Yokai Watch 3, which is sealed. By the way, if anyone knows better 3DS cases, let me know. Like these like protectors, because mine do this pop out thing all the time, and it's driving me crazy. And then we got Psychic Specters, and then we got the 2 versions of 2, and then the first game. Red Cat Core and White Dog Squad, I would say typically go for about 400 complete, which is insane to me. I bought my first copy of White Dog Squad for about like 100, which was really good at the time because these games weren't popping up everywhere. Now everyone came out of the woodworks. So I'd say the 400 and then another 400. So that's about 800. Sealed 3 is like 300, so that's 1100. And then Psychic Specters, maybe about like 130. I don't know. If someone wanted the whole thing together for the convenience, honestly, I would ask for about 1,200, something like that. 1,200, 1,300, maybe 1,400. But so going back to the Pokemon game though, so how I got Red Cat Core actually is my friend. He was at a game store and they had this was a while ago. They had Red Cat Core just cartridge only for 100, which is still a pretty good deal. And later that day though, someone put it up a complete one for 200. That's how I got the case. So now I have 2 of them, and I'll probably end up selling one of them down the line. Probably honestly gonna wait a bit. Maybe I'll trade it or something. I don't know, but yeah, now I have 2 of them. I'll probably sell it so I can get something else. Who knows what I'll get, but yeah. So if I were to part with my whole Yokai Watch collection, though, in conclusion, I would probably ask about 1,300, which isn't. I don't think is. I think it's a lot of money, but I don't think it's in terms of an obscene amount. Again, partially just the convenience of it all being together and in a very nice condition. One of them sealed, so have at you with that. Moving on to some Wii U stuff. This isn't a $100 game. This is definitely my most expensive Wii U game. Twilight Princess HD. I think this goes for about $70. I'm sure it's 70, 80. This is probably gonna plummet. I really do think this will eventually make its way to the Switch. Never played it. I got it for Easter, I think, or something like that. And I have the amiibo. You might be able to see it behind me. I think it's like literally right where my head is. You can it's kind of right behind this inkling, the green squid form. I don't know. Now this is what I can still consider the rarest Wii U game. I wish I had it complete, but it's almost impossible to find the rest of this stuff. Maybe one day I'll find it, pop up. But Skylander Spyro's Adventure on Wii U. I did a little video about this. This is one of my earliest videos. I'm pretty convinced this is really the rarest Wii U game, especially complete. You can find a couple of these online. Frankly, Wii U at the moment is still, I don't want to say easy to collect for. There are definitely some really rare games, but a lot of the rare and expensive stuff, there are a bountiful amount online, so it's nothing's like impossible to find. Like some of the 3DS stuff is actually pretty hard to find, but yeah, you can still, I'm pretty sure you can still find this online. I paid about $25 for this, but yeah, Spyro's Adventure on Wii U did not make it over here in the West. This is I believe this was published by Square Enix, and it was a Toys R Us exclusive in Japan for the Wii U. Again, Wii U was not a critically acclaimed console, wasn't very popular. Skylanders was popular though, but I can only imagine there weren't a ton of these because only Japan, and I want to say Giants was probably out at this point. I looked for the date on this a while back, and 2013, I swear Giants and or Swap Force had to be out at that point, I feel. I don't know though. That's my guess. I assume Giants was at least around the corner though. Here is, I guess. See, the thing is, I play a lot of games that a lot of other people play, so that's why I don't have like a billion rare games. But this is kind of one of them. I think this is still going for about $80 if it's the North American one. I know it got the Torna expansion got a sequel recently, but yeah, this is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I have not played it. I got it for Christmas. I don't even remember if I asked for it or not. And I just remember a family member got it for me, which is still pretty cool. I do want to play these games one day. It's just the fact sitting around playing the 60-80 hour long game. It's tough. It's tough. Moving on to the weird exception, kind of the opposite of Skylanders. You know, Skylanders game isn't super expensive still. It's just more so a matter of finding it, to my knowledge. I would say it's probably about $30-40 game. Maybe it's pushed up to 60 now. I don't know. But these are a case of popular, super popular, but very expensive still. I would say these together would probably be about like $230 if I'm not wrong, somewhere around there. I want to say this was like 100 last I checked. It's probably gone down. Maybe let's just play it safe and put it at 80. I want to say that's probably pretty safe. Then let's just be safe and put this at 100. I'm sure that's pretty generous. So let's just say 180 together. Yeah, I don't have a ton of rare DS games, but these aren't also rare DS games, being realistic. These sold, I believe, millions, and both fantastic games. I hope one day these are on the Switch so we can like transfer them to to home and stuff, and just have that online alive again. Would be so cool. I would play so much Soul Silver. But we'll never get that. We'll never get that. But yeah, these are my childhood games. I do have White 2 and Heart Gold. I would have been a little redundant having them here because they're pretty much the same exact price, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really have any. I have like only like 6 NES games, keeping it real with y'all. But I do have this pretty cool thing. This is a NES dog bone controller. It's not sealed, but it is in here with all the little inserts as well, I believe. And the box is in pretty good condition. It's a little dented on the back. It's more so concaved. It's not like not all wrinkled on the back or anything. It's just concaved, which is totally okay. But yeah, the top is pretty nice. Bottom is nice. Sides are nice. I just think it's pretty cool. It's like $50-60, I believe. So I don't know. I just thought it was always pretty interesting. Pretty decent design. I'm not a fan that they tilted the buttons like that. If the buttons weren't tilted like that, I honestly think it'd be the superior way. It's just the rounded edges are nice. That they aren't jamming to your sides of your fingers, but I love the way the NES controller is laid out because most games use the B button for like a sprint or something, so your thumb just lays on top of it perfectly to hit both buttons. Here we go. Here we have Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is my most expensive GameCube game. This is a legit GameCube grail. I feel like if they ever do remake this, I have no clue. You know, if you're ever on the fence of getting this, I honestly have no clue if this is a worthwhile pickup or not. I really can't predict if this would go down in price, rise in price with a remake, stay the same. It's about a $200 game. It's only kept rising in recent years, so you know it's hard to say. But at the moment, this is a legit GameCube grail, probably one of the easier grails to get compared to things like Gacha Force, I believe, and Cubivore, which I want Cubivore one day, and I also want Pokemon Bank one day, but I'll probably never get those. Hopefully someone remembers this moment when I get them. Here we go. This is probably my other. I think this is my second most expensive GameCube game. I don't know if Wario World has passed this game yet or not, but yeah, Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. Very interesting game that I've never played. I have played it a ton actually, but I've gotten to a certain point. I've always played it as like a kid, and I played it one time, but then I just never finished it. I swear I've never gotten past this part in like an underground area early in the game. Maybe I got a little past that. I don't even know. Frankly, I don't even remember too much of playing it in my times that I did, but I remember always booting it up and meeting the Goomba and Goombella, I believe, and just like, wow, it's a cool character, and I just stopped playing. One day I hope to finish it. Hopefully I will. Probably won't. Probably won't. Keeping it real with myself here. And this is my most expensive Wii game. This is probably about $80, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Got this at a GameStop when GameStop would have like a bunch of Wii and Wii U games still. I want to say I paid like 50 for this, which is a pretty good price, even still. This is also something I just never ended up actually playing. I was just really excited. I was like, oh my gosh, Fire Emblem, and it's never did it. One day I will. It's the case for a lot of games. It's like, one day I will, one day I will. Anyways, I'm gonna replay Super Mario for the 80th time. But yeah, there you guys go. That's kind of like my most expensive Nintendo games. I know it's probably nothing crazy. I have videos on the channel. If you want to see my whole GameCube collection, there's a video on there. My whole 3DS collection. I need to do an update on that. I probably have amassed like 40 more games for that whole system, so a lot has probably changed. And I mean, let me know if you want to see other collections. I don't really have a PS4 collection. Maybe I could do a PS4, Xbox One collection. Probably wouldn't be anything crazy, but you know, I know people like seeing collections, so let me know if there's some sort of collection you want to see. And until next time, everybody, subscribe and subscribe.